Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream. So today we're going to be looking at some crypto projects that I've covered in previous videos, as well as some other live streams that I've been having on my channel, and we're going to be doing some kind of updates. So this is going to be a weekly recap, and coincidentally, it's going to be a monthly recap as well for the month of July. We're going to be looking at some projects that I've covered that I'm bullish on, and see whether it's still worth holding, whether or not it's still worth your time and investments. This is something that I believe is extremely important, because it's important to be able to follow up a project and determine whether or not it's worth your engagement. So I'm going to quickly check the comments right now, and it's great to have you here, Khalid, first as usual. And we have Grely. Khalid has taken the second position as well. Crypto Archie, I'm so glad to have you here, my friend. Hope you are doing great. Host Alpha, I'm happy to have you here. Salim, Shardo, Simon, and yeah, that's it for now. Thanks, guys. Hope everyone is having a great week. Hope everyone had an even better month of July. So we're going to be looking at some projects, particularly Cleantex CTI, 0x0, SpaceX, Defina Finance, and Humans AI. Now, if you're in the last live stream, one of the three criteria that I believe you should check for when checking a project, when checking the updates on the project, is the first one is to determine whether or not the project is still true to the idea. You want to stay in a project because of the reason you invested in that project. If you invested in a project because it's a great gaming project and they've got good tokenomics and a fun gameplay, you wouldn't want to see the project divert towards an AI narrative. That's not really a good sign. Don't follow projects that are hopping from narrative to narrative just to catch trends. The second thing is to make sure that the project is having an active engagement with the community. Check whether the project is talking about the competition. Check whether the project is updating the fan base or the user base, whether or not they are engaging with the community. That's extremely important as well. And the third part is to check whether the project is updating or following the roadmap, whether they are developing the idea, improving the platform, and making sure that everything is working smoothly. So based on those three things, we're going to be looking at some projects today, and the first one being Cleantex CTI. Now, this is a project that is within the AI narrative, which I'm super bullish on. In fact, most of the projects in today's live stream are going to be within the AI narrative. So I have to say first that the idea, of this project, I'm still bullish on them. So that criteria alone makes me still hold this many of these projects I'm covering in today's live stream. And Cleantech CTI is one of them. Cleantech CTI is an interesting project, and we're going to look at some updates that they've been having and whether or not it's definitely is worth your investment. Personally, I think is a good project that they've got over about 60% in circulation, $1.4 million in market cap. And essentially what the idea of Cleantech CTI is to narrow down the amount of to cut down on the time it takes to carry out clinical trials. And I think that's extremely important because it saves a lot of time and money. So time is a very sensitive thing, especially in the medical field. And if you check their Twitter right here, you'll see here that the Cleantech CTI is a partner with one of a medical firm in Australia, and the very first is a big medical breakthrough in Australia. On July 1st, 2023, the first country in the world to prescribe MDMA. The reason why this is interesting is because they are partnered with Cleantech CTI. So these are the kind of things I like to see in a project that is actually, making updates, making strides, irrespective of the price action in the market. So pay close attention to projects that are building in the bear markets, because in the bull run, these are the projects that people would see and understand that they are strong, good quality projects. So in terms of development, in terms of the activity isn't as much as many other projects in our list today. I mean, July 14th, June 29th. So there's a little bit of several weeks in between their tweets. But the fact that the platform is improving, I think that's a big deal. I think that's still bullish for the project. It means that the project is still building, and that's a very good sign. So Cleantech CTI definitely is still a good hold in my opinion. Clinical trials intelligence is going to be useful from a business standpoint and from a from a moral standpoint as well. I think that's definitely something that is worth paying attention to, in my opinion. Now, the next project is one that is a very popular kind of project in crypto, especially because of its passive income and money printing mechanics, and that's 0x0. Now, this is a project that I covered about a month ago or so, and it's been seeing quite a downtrend. It's down about 50%. And the reason why is down, in my opinion, I issued a warning with it. It's not that the project is bad, the idea is still good. However, if you take a look right here, you'd see that this project is up 9,800%. Even though it's down 50%, it's still up 9,800 and 822% from its all-time low. So whenever you're getting into a project, even though it has a great idea, I think entry positions are also extremely important. So the project's having a dip right now, the monthly dip, a downtrend of about 54% in the past 30 days. Doesn't necessarily mean that the project is bad. What it does mean is that there were a lot of whales, and they are taking some profits. And the fact that the project is something that can earn people a lot of passive income, I think that's quite interesting. So it's an interesting combination of AI and privacy. So they have a suite of products that people are supposed to use, and that's mainly on the decentralized exchange. So holding the token would help you earn passive income in it directly in your wallet, and I think that's quite interesting. So is a project that focuses on privacy, security, and confidentiality, with a suite of tools like the AI auditor, the privacy mixer, privacy decks, and so on. So 0x0 is another interesting project. Now, what is a good position for entry for this project? I would like to that's the real question to be asking now, because is this worth holding for the long term, and how high do I see this project going? I'm going to go back to Cleantech CTI and let you know my long-term targets for it, but sorry about that. I really think that this project has a lot of potential for the long term, because decentralized exchanges, it just needs to capture a small percentage of the volume of decentralized exchanges, and they have several unique selling points. Decentralized exchanges generates millions of dollars, up to $1 billion in monthly revenue from fees alone. If these projects can tap into just 1% of that and distribute the platform fees to holders, I think there's a lot of money that can be made, with this project. And I think there's still a lot of interest that can come for this project. So the privacy mixer is a big deal. And I think with the direction that the crypto space is going, there's going to be more interest in decentralized exchanges, as well as a higher need for privacy and security. So I think this project has a lot of long-term potential and can still tap into that niche. So I think, to be honest, it can reach up to $200 million in market cap. Not much, so about 5 to 10x from this point. There are better gains out there to be made, if I'm being honest. But if it's a project you are holding or you are willing to hold for the long term, I still think it's decent. I still think it can perform well in the next bull run for the long term. Just not as crazy amount of gains as you would expect with some other projects like Cleantech CTI, to be honest. For example, Cleantech CTI, at the market cap is sitting at, and at the and for what it's doing, I really think Cleantech CTI can go much higher. So I think the potential returns with CTI is higher, even though there could be some regulatory concerns. I mean, you're dealing with data, and you're using AI to analyze the data real quick. So there can be some regulatory concerns with Cleantech CTI, but I'm still super bullish on this project, and I think it's a long-term hold. So Cleantech CTI to just 50 to 100 million, those are my targets for it. About $50 million in market cap. So we're talking about 20 to 40x with Cleantech CTI. I know there's a big range there, but I think this project can actually achieve that. So the next project, the third project, is actually a very interesting one. It's quite unique, and that's Space Chain. So what Space Chain aims to do is to introduce some interesting aspects about crypto. I covered this too. I made this funny video about it, like where I was wearing a helmet and stuff like that. So I think that's it's an interesting project, to be honest, and I think it also has some unique selling points, some unique use cases. What they aim to do is to add some level of security using blockchain, but hosted on satellites. So very novel use case, and not there's no pressing need for it right now. But if you were to be an investor in a project like this, then you are investing in an innovative technology. Not everybody is rushing for something like this right now. So you have to bear in mind that you are extremely early on not just this project, but the idea itself. Space Chain is empowering individuals and industries for a new space economy. So it's not a pressing need, but just an interesting idea of using blockchain. And you can see here, this is a project that is updating its roadmap and is developing the project, which I like to see. You can see they've launched a full node program using the quantum blockchain up to 2022, late last year, launched the second Villas blockchain payload integrated to the International Space Station. So I like the idea of the project. I like what they are doing as well. Digital banking with higher security using satellites and blockchain technology. The idea of this project is very unique. It's not common. So it could be a double-edged sword. It could be that nobody is really paying attention to it. Nobody is rushing to be in a project like this because there's not too much use or need for it. But the same thing was said about electric cars, that they'll never be able to replace fossil fuel, diesel or petrol vehicles. So I think that's something that you should pay attention to. You can hold this project if you believe in that innovative technology, if you believe security using satellite technology could be something that is big, and that's a good potential investment for you if you're interested in that idea. So the Space Chain is sitting at a market cap of $6.5 million, and about uh, good tokenomics 400 out of 600, so about 66% or so in circulation. Not bad at all for its tokenomics. And I'm going to go on over to the next project. All of the projects I'm covering today, they are projects I've talked about. I'm going to address the comments as well after I quickly cover this project. The next project is Defina Finance. Now, you all know I'm a fan of Defina Finance, even though I haven't covered it for a while on my channel. But short answer, I'm still bullish on it. I'm holding it for the long term. But mind you, when I say I'm holding Defina Finance for the long term, this is a project that I made about a 5x on when I bought it late last year. So I'm practically riding profits right now, not my initial investment. And Defina Finance retraced all the way back to less than $1 million, so about 800. And on my Telegram groups, I was saying this could be a good entry. It's at its all-time low, and right now it's up 7%. I really think Defina Finance can't go less than a cent. And the reason why I'm bullish on this project is because they keep updating and they keep developing, even if the price action is bearish. So this is something that if there's the only thing that could make this project blow, the only thing that can make this project go popular right now is just the marketing. If they push for marketing, then they do have a very good product. They have constant updates, they have different gameplay mechanics, there's this variety, and they try to have as much fun as possible with the community. So these are aspects to gaming project that I like to see. Free to play aspect, updates, different variety of gameplay. Defina Finance is actually a very good gaming project, and I'm still bullish on it because they're definitely always there, and they're always building, and they're responsive. So my update on Defina Finance is that it's still a good project, and I'm bullish on its long term. When the bull run comes, if there's a bigger push for marketing, I can see this project going much higher than where it is right now. So the fifth, or is it the sixth? The fifth project, the final project for today's live stream on my updates is the humans.ai heart. Now, this project is simply just a great AI project. If you are bullish on Web3, if you're bullish on AI as a narrative, then you shouldn't really have any worry, because they have the platform actually does a lot of interesting things. Uh, Hold on a moment. Let me bring that up. So the platform, that they still do a lot of interesting things. They make a lot of interesting updates using humans AI. They were able to generate a full music, about 5 minutes audios of music, and I think that's quite interesting. So this is a project that is still building. They are still developing. Just think about any AI project that is out there, but with one added unique selling point, and that's proof of human concept. Now, the reason why I'm even bringing this up today is because with WorldCoin, there's this popularity of people trying to use their ID on the blockchain and stuff like that. Even though I don't agree with the way WorldCoin is doing it, the humans.ai is an example of introducing an inhuman element to the blockchain while still maintaining control without trusting a third party. So the proof of music, sorry, I said music, the proof of humans concept with humans.ai is very unique. And one of the biggest concerns with AI is we don't want the robots taking over. We really want to have that level of control with artificial intelligence. And that's the problem that humans AI is addressing. With the proof of human, there's a layer of added layer of security to ensure that people are actually monitoring AI and making sure that um, these things don't act in a negative way, and it's addressing the concern of AI replacing people, stuff like that. So I think this is a very interesting use case, all what you know and love about AI, but with a touch of humanity and human ingenuity. So that makes me still bullish on this project, because I'm bullish on AI as a whole. I'm bullish on the AI narrative. And if you check another criteria, we talk about the development, we talk about the idea, and we talk about the engagements. They have good engagements with the community. With the humans AI team, they are still having AMAs, they are making posts on Twitter. So you know that, okay, this is a project that is still responsive and is still active within the community. So still not bad. I'm still bullish on this project. So today's live stream, all of the projects I've covered today, they are all still generally good holds to me. With Cleantech CTI, yes, I'm still bullish on Cleantech CTI. With 0x0, that's an interesting one. Long term, I don't think you can have the best returns long term with it. I think there are other projects that you can have higher returns, but 0x0 is still a good project if you would like to have passive income, and it's a good idea. I'm bullish on decentralized exchange tokens. So this one is a good combination of a decentralized exchange token with an added level of privacy, security, anonymity, using AI for mix to earn. So very bullish idea. You do have to be concerned about some whales, because the project is up a whole lot, close to 100x. So we could see some people selling and taking profits. But if you are going to be holding it long term, I'm not too worried about 0x0. And Space Chain, that's another project that a quick summary, I think is okay. The main issue with Space Chain is just so niche, and is not something that is popular. It might not be necessary to many, but the idea is innovative, is novel. And if you believe satellite technology can improve what we're experiencing with the blockchain in terms of security and the likes, then why not? It's an okay idea, and it's still at a low market cap of 6 million. Then the Finance still bullish, human AI still bullish. So I'm going to be addressing the comments. This is supposed to be a short live stream. Saturdays are for weekly slash monthly recaps. Then for my gem of the week slash month, this week's winner is going to be RVF. Now, RVF is going to be my gem of the week. It's also going to be my gem of the month, because I called this project way over at 7 cents. It's currently at 26 cents right now. So that's about close to a 4x because it went over 30 cents at one point. So yeah, it's a big winner for me and my audience for the month of July. And I really like the project. What made me so bullish on RVF, and do I still think it's got, do I still think there's fuel in these rockets? Nice point. So I think there's still some fuel left in these rockets because the idea is still very powerful. It's got excellent tokenomics, over 76% in circulation, and $20 million in market cap. The reason why I'm bullish on it is because of the problem they are solving, and not only the problem that they are solving, it's got a working product. So it's something that people can actually see for themselves as something relevant and useful. Look at right here, you would see the source network and the destination network, and you would see the number of blockchains that this project is tapping into. Not just blockchains, not just the fact that it's blockchain agnostic, it's also tapping into centralized exchanges as well. KuCoin, Telo SEVM, Aurora, Clay, Moonbeam, OKX, even some tokens on Binance. So imagine the visibility of centralized exchanges, but with the ownership and control of decentralized exchanges. Rocket Exchange is an excellent idea that is much needed within the crypto space. You would see on the website the idea of the project as well, and you would understand that this project could be relevant, especially with some of the issues that are coming up with centralized exchanges. Recently, I got some messages, some people on, I'm sorry, KuCoin delisted some projects, and people losing their funds. Broccoli just got delisted, no warning. Same with Mexi, and there are issues with centralized exchanges, and not everybody wants to put their identity online. No, but not everybody wants to be doing KYC. So this gives RVF a lot of benefits. It gives RVF a lot of potential. I think it's a great combination. It's a great combination of centralized and decentralized exchanges, and I'm bullish on this project as a result of that. So definitely one that should be on your radar. Where do I see this project going? Well, for the long term, personally, with what this project is doing, I think it can reach 500 million to $1 billion in market cap. So 500 from here is about 25x. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, about 25x from this point. So not bad at all for a $20 million market cap. A low cap gem, in my opinion. Good tokenomics, good use cases, and a very powerful project. So a $500 million market cap from when I called it, because I called it at about 4x, like about $5 to $6 million. That's 100x. So that's the importance of getting in early on some of these projects. If you would like to do that, then be sure to join my Telegram community. It's free. You don't need to pay anything to join it. But if you'd like a more engaging, more um, stronger interactions with me, portfolio reviews and the likes, then I do have a Patreon service where I communicate with my audience one-on-one, do portfolio reviews and so on. So RVF, yeah, is my winner for this month and this week, and I'm super bullish on it. And while we're at it, there's another project I would like to bring to your attention that I was talking about, as a degen play, but still a good play nonetheless, and that's Chatter Shield. So this is a Telegram bot. One of the easiest, the best way to make money in crypto is to identify narratives, do some trend jacking, and then make sure you are buying it early on projects that have actual utility. And Charter Shield is a very good example of this. I called this project when it was at $170,000 in market cap, and this morning it's 800k. So that's over a 4x for those of you who are paying attention. And yeah, I was open with it. I made it clear that I was buying some at those prices, and I'm really happy right now. And so are some of the inner circle and Patreon members were able to buy it on my alerts. So congrats to those of you who are in Chatter Shield. Where do I think Chatter Shield would go from this point? I still think $1 million to $3 million is very likely. Oh my goodness. One moment, please. Where's the okay? Where was I? Okay. I wonder what's going on. So I still think $1 million to $3 million is high, is still likely for this project. Yeah, it's good. Yes, good. Yeah. So I still think 1 million to 3 million is likely for this project, and I think they've got a strong use case and is active. The product is being used by several Telegram groups out there right now, and that's something you'd like to see. So they're also taking advantage of the whole Telegram bots. I'm still eyeing a lot of projects. I'm still looking for some low caps, some micro caps, to be honest, that could give you this 5x's in the short term and 100x's in the long term. If you don't want to miss that, then notifications on my YouTube channel are the way to go. And if you would like even faster alerts, then I do have a Patreon. Again, that's where the real money is being made, because in crypto you want to be as early as possible. Some got in at 200k, some got in at 250k, some got in at 300k, but the biggest gains are the ones who got in at less than 200k in market cap, and I think that's where a lot of money can be made in crypto. So yeah, still keeping an eye out for these micro cap gems that could make a lot of money. And now I'm going to be addressing the comments. Thank you all so much for watching my updates videos today. And the first comment I'll address here, let's see. It's okay. House Alpha, thank you so much. Sayam, new WhatsApp status. It's great to have you. Yeah, you've been a supporter of my channel since I was on 50 subscribers, my friend. So I do appreciate you. I see you and I love you so much for supporting me from the very beginning. Crypto Archie, sure, my friend. I'll be so happy to hop on a chat with you after the live stream. Opinion on Metis, Metis. I have not heard of this project, but I'm going to give a quick review. Metis. So $69 million in market cap. Okay, let's take a look at the all-time charts. 4 out of 43% in circulation, been around, peaked at January 2022. Exchanges is on Mexi, Bitgets, Uniswap. So there's still potential for hype if it gets listed on other exchanges like KuCoin, Coinbase, and Binance. So does it still have room to grow? Let's see what the idea of the project is. Let's see. We have to pay attention. Like I said earlier, one of the best ways. The thing about crypto is when a project, especially mid caps. I've mentioned it on the Crypto Gem Hunters. I'm usually cautious about mid caps because they usually mean they're trying to break some resistance and trying to get some favor with the market. So depending on how well the market responds, it could just be fizzling out, right? So you need to be careful with some projects that have tried and have failed, just move on to something that is fresher and has a stronger marketing push. So the idea of Metis is powering dApps, businesses, and communities with decentralization. Big fan of that. By scaling Ethereum to what it's meant to be, boundless. Okay. So I'm looking at a blockchain as a tool, perhaps building, exploring, beginning, applying an Ethereum layer two, an Ethereum smart layer two, permissionless, frictionless, so a decentralized, secure network that is scalable. Okay, so so the idea is excellent. There's no doubt about that. But the thing about this project now is catering towards institution. I see this project being used by developers and not retail. So now it's all left to how well the technology is, and how secure it is, how many people are going to be building on it. So it's not something that retail will rush into, and I'm starting to pay closer attention to projects that retail will use. Even if developers are going to use it, it should be something that is friendly enough for the common buyers like me and you to use, because there's so much power in retail buying. We've seen that with meme coins. We've seen that with Telegram bots. The power of retail in crypto is high. And if institutions like this are aiming, their target audience is, if cryptos like this, their target audience is institution, they need to be really good and, push some serious marketing for those guys to put their money into, show security and the like. So Metis does look good. It's got an interesting idea, but I'm not sure about it's got the fundamentals, right? But whether or not it's going to be adopted is the question. It's not something that retail is going to be using so easily, right? You have to be a big developer, or you have to be somebody that is regularly building on the blockchain. It's not a bad idea. It's not bad at all, but I'm not sure of whether or not people are going to flock towards this project, is what I'm saying. CSIX from Naim Hassan. Thanks for joining me today, bro. I appreciate you. Let's see. CSIX. Oh, the Carbon browser. Yeah, I like Carbon browser. It's a high risk, high reward play, in my opinion. The reason why I put it at high risk, high reward was because of the tokenomics. 20% isn't too good, and it's got $5 million in market cap. The reason why I really like Carbon browser is because they've got a working product already, and they're addressing many of the issues that a lot of Web3 browsers are addressing as well. Just they've got a working product right off the bat. You can get it on Google Play Store right now and start using it. So it's a great project. Honestly speaking, I like it. It's on Polygon. They are collaborated with Polygon, Beefy, Akash, another cloud computational platform I'm super bullish on. It's good. It's a great browser. A lot of people could use it. They've got dApps integrated. My major issue, why I put it as a high risk, high reward, is because of its tokenomics. But if you look at the all-time charts, and you can see it's not been doing too well. It's been around since the beginning of this year, but it's still a fresh project. So if the tokens come out, if like we have like 50% in circulation, you can see people being more comfortable with this project. You can see this project being promoted more, and it could go really far. Like one of the best examples of decentralized browsers is the basic attention token, BAT, and that's went over $250 million in market cap. So 5 million to about 250 million, that's like 50x from this point. I think this project has a lot of potential, to be honest. It could do that. It has the potential to do a 50x, but the tokenomics are really not encouraging, to be honest. And it's a high risk, high reward play. You can have some exposure to it, just move with caution, proceed with caution. So yeah, CSIX versus Mask. I think Mask is more community driven. Mask has 90% in circulation, so much better tokenomics, no seed rounds, no private investors, completely community driven. And Mask, the major problem with Mask right now is they are driving for perfection. That perfectionism is really slowing them down. But once the results so far are looking good, a lot of people like what they have in the beta testing. They've got decentralized storage integrated. They've got lots of dApps, Uniswap, SushiSwap, and so on. So definitely a low cap gem. I think Mask is a better project overall, even though it's still in beta. Once this project launches, I'm sure it will go absolutely parabolic. So 90% in circulation and $8 million market cap. So not bad at all. I think Mask is a better project overall, even though it's still in beta. So yeah, $8.5 million in market cap, 34 out of 37, so 90% in circulation. Definitely one that I'm bullish. I'm much more bullish on in terms of decentralized browsers. Yeah, only very few players on XCD. I'll stay away. Well, yeah, you could look at that as a concern because you want to make sure that people are always actively using the platform that you like. But I think XCD, all it takes is for the markets to be bullish and people are looking for a great gaming project. Overall, XCD has a great platform. I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on the idea. I like its approach to gaming and bridging over Web2 players to the Web3 space. There aren't much active players right now, but there's no doubt about the fan base. If you're tapping into fan bases like Call of Duty, you have an already established fan base with millions of players. So that's my reasoning with Exceed Me and its token ticker XED. So, how many X's do you think Sophiaverse can do from here? Yeah, Sophiaverse is an AI project that launched recently, and it's an interesting combination of the metaverse and AI. So, there's this hive mind that it uses, that it's constantly using to learn from its holders and the like. So, Sophiaverse, I've not been following it too closely. I think they launched recently. Let me quickly bring that up and see what market cap is on. So I think this is a project that could pump from the AI narrative, like many other projects that I've covered today. The fact that it's an AI project, once, sorry, AI still has a long way to go, to be honest. And Sophiaverse is sitting at $7 million market cap and 31% in circulation. So yeah, 100 million, depending. Let's see what problem are they solving. Let's see what Sophiaverse is solving. Decentralizing the future of AI and gaming. Yeah, a combination of AI, the metaverse, and the likes at the heart of Sophiaverse. Adventures with Sophia's Age of Singularities. Let's see. I'm going to look at the token utility as well. The token utility is planned for the launch of Sophia's AI Labs and the soft token. Additional token utilities will be added as offerings, in-game currency, subscription models, an ecosystem developed by David Hansen and Ben Gatzel in partnership with Hansen Robotics and Singularity Net. Sophiaverse ecosystem is began development more than 2 years ago. Uh, okay, it's just, I think the idea is just improving improving what the AI intelligence using the hive mind. I'll look deeper into this project. I'm not going to pretend like I've looked deep into it, and I'll get back to you on that, my friend. So yeah, Seth is in the building. It's great to have you here, my friend. Today is just a weekly recap. Saturdays are for weekly recaps on some projects, and yeah, it's great to have the gem hunters here, Seth and Archie. I really appreciate you guys' support, and yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. So that's it for today's live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, in terms of hustle, I covered hustle last week, and I believe it's still a good hold with some good potential. I believe we're close to the bottom. So it's not got a good chart or good price action, but it's a unique music NFT project, and yeah, it's got potential definitely. So I've not seen any major red flags with hustle projects right now. So yeah, I'm going to conclude the live stream right here. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my patrons if you are interested in finding great alpha on microcap gems. And I hope to see you next time, guys. Stay safe and take care.